Hi everyone, I'm going to show you a couple of clever ways that you can use Clever to add personalized resources for your students, and I will go ahead and get into it. First step is I wanted to share with you that you can create a slide presentation with any information on it, and I'll just give you an example of something that I did for my students. Um, so I teach younger students, so I wanted them to have some number resources on their Clever page, something they could look at if they needed help with writing their numbers. So what I did is I created a slide that had the numbers on it. So you can actually make this anything that you want it to be, just any type of resource that you want to share for your students and you want them to have easy access to it on their Clever page. So let me go ahead and just give you a quick example of how I did that. So I'm going to add a table, and I'll go ahead and just do a really quick demonstration. One of the things that we have to have our students do is write their numbers from 0 to 21. So I put it in a kid-friendly font, and that one happens to be called Short Stack, in case you're wondering. And I'm going to go ahead and make this larger so the kids can have a nice clear picture of these numbers. So you can use this across the grade levels, whatever you want your students to, information that you want them to have. Think of classroom posters that you want them to use as resources. Those can easily be added onto a slide. So after you create something, this is really simple again. After you create this, you can give it a title. I'm just going to do numbers. And then you can publish this. So you go to File, and then you go to Publish to the Web. And what's going to happen is you're going to click Publish here. And if you have a slide presentation that has multiple slides, you can still publish it. And then your students will be able to click through the slide presentation. This one only has one slide, so I don't need to worry about that. I'm going to just publish this one slide. And then what will happen after you publish it is you'll get a link like this, and you're going to copy the link. And then from there, you'll go to your Clever page. So I have my own teacher page that I have some resources on. So I'm going to click that, and I want to add a link. So I'm going to paste that link in that I just copied from my published page, and I'm just going to give it a title, Numbers. And I like to put it on my page, which I call Mr. Tennell's page, but you can also leave it in the section called Newly Added. I just think it's a little easier to organize if it's just right on your regular class page. You can also click one of these icons here if you want to make it easy for kids. So I'll give you an example of that. I'm just going to select a pencil icon and add the link. So that link now is on my Clever page for the students. And when they click on this icon, they're going to see this on their screen. So it's just the slide that I created. If you have, again, multiple slides, it'll show up that way too. So I'll show you another one that I created. This is on their Clever page. I did it the same way. I just spent some more time with it. This is actually what I gave to the students. So they have their numbers, and this does have multiple slides. If you click the arrow keys, or if the students touch the screen, they can click through. So again, any resources that you want to add, you can do that on. I'll give you another example of a resource that I added. And if you want any of these that I've already created, you can reach out to me, send me an email, and I'll share it with you. But but this is one that I created with our alphabet letters. And this is from a slide presentation that I published. And I linked all of the letters up with direct links from Benchmark. So when the students click on the letter A, they get the Heidi song video from Benchmark. So there's multiple ways that you can add those published slide presentations to your Clever account. The second thing that I wanted to share with you is how you can customize the links, the little boxes here, to make them look how you want them to look. So I'll show you an example of that. What you do is you go to your Drive and you create a new slide presentation. There's probably more than one way to do this, but this is the easiest way that I have found to do it. And then you're going to do a page setup, and you want to create a square. So I'm going to customize it, and I'm going to make it a 6x6" square. And it doesn't really matter the size, it just matters that it's a square. So now my slide is a square. And I might go up here and just search for numbers and look at images for numbers. Find one that I like. I like this one. I'm going to copy this image, and I'm going to put it into my square slide presentation. I think what I'll do is just make it a little bit, just resize it a little bit. I think that's pretty good. For demonstration purposes here, I'm just going to kind of go through this quickly. So after you create a square icon that you like, you're going to click File, and you're going to download it. You can either download it as a JPEG or a PNG file. I'm just going to click JPEG. So it's downloading as a JPEG. That will download, and it'll be saved in your downloads on your computer. So now I'm going to go back to Clever. Here's this numbers link that I just put on here. I'm going to go to Edit. And now I want to upload a new picture for my icon. So I'm going to upload, and I go to Downloads, and it's the first one here, Untitled Presentation. I didn't give it a title. So I'm going to click that, and I'm going to say Open. And you can see that it's real small here, but it has the little icon that I created with the numbers. I'm going to click that, and now I'm going to save it. You'll notice that it changes it here. So now my icon is customized with the picture that I want on it. You can see other icons on my page that I customized by doing the same thing. So again, it's a picture on a square slide, and then you go to File, you download it, and then you go back to your Clever, find the link that you created, go to Edit, you can upload that picture, and then you can have personalized icons. So I hope that helps. I hope that inspires you in some way. Thank you for listening. Have a great day. Stay techie.